What's up, guys? Hey, I'm super happy and super excited. I want to share with you that I've been training since the beginning of the year for the first race of my life. And this is a swim run race. A swim run race is a race where you are running off road and also swimming. And the rule is that any piece of equipment that you use during the race, you have to start and end the race with it. So I have to swim with my running shoes basically, and any other thing that I want to have during the race, during the run or during the swim, I have to carry it the whole time. So it's quite different to a triathlon. Also, there is no bike, and also it's not separated in just one chunk of running one and one of swimming. You actually do several swimming laps in between the runs, so you are getting in and out of the water the whole time. But let's stop just talking about it. Let's go into the race. I'm going to show you some footage and how this went. The race took place in Rügen. This is the biggest island in Germany. It took place on a Saturday, and we arrived the Friday before and then stayed until Sunday on a little holiday. I was racing in the middle of May. However, the last 2 weeks before the race, I was not able to train because I was on a trip, and afterwards I got really sick, so I had a cold. So even I went racing with a cold, and afterwards I basically spent the whole month sick. So probably it was not the smartest thing to do, but I really wanted to do the race because it had been so cold during the beginning of the year, even in April. I didn't get the chance to test my gear or to get in the water. So the swimming, I only train in swimming pools. But swimming in the ocean is very different. The water is way colder. So on the Friday, after we arrived to Rügen, after checking in the accommodation, we went to the beach and I got in the water and realized how cold the water was. It was crazy cold. My head was exploding. I could only stay under the water for a few seconds and then I had to run out. So at this point, I really didn't know if I would be able to finish the race. I was thinking, I just want to test myself, and if I even manage to handle the cold water and be able to finish to do the whole race, then I'm already happy. For me, it's already a win. It really hurts to be underwater. Like, my head hurts. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Gemacht.
I don't know how I'm going to do that for 1 kilometer. Oh my god, that was horrible. I was wearing this short wetsuit. It's 2 to 3 millimeters, depending on the part of the body, and it has the front zipper. So if I was running, I could just open this one in case I was getting warmer and get some more airflow in my chest. I don't think it was necessary though. And I was wearing my Hydra ESC running shoes. I put some gummies on the big toe so they wouldn't injure my toes. I have a whole bit explaining what's the problem with these shoes, but still they were designed for this kind of race. So for someone that is used to wearing barefoot shoes, then it was the best option, in my opinion, of course. I was pretty worried about the head because I get cold on the head. So right like 2 minutes before the start of the race, we found this thing. It's a neoprene band for the head that was just being sold outside of the race, and so you just put it on your head, around your ears, and then you can put the cap on top of it so it doesn't move. This cap was given by the organizers. It was also mandatory to wear it, and it worked amazingly well. I didn't have any issues with a headache because of the cold anymore, and that's usually the first thing that stops me when I'm in cold water. I got even more nervous when I realized that I was one of the less protected competitors against the cold. Even some people had long wetsuits or some sort of long socks out of neoprene. So at this point, I was already freaking out. And that's when I made, I think, the biggest mistake of the race. when we were about to start, they opened some area where we could do some warming up, so people started jogging, and I didn't do any jogging. I am not used to warming up when I do sports, and that's a really bad habit. So I was just standing there waiting for the race. So once we started and we started running or jogging on the sand, and then we got directly in the water, and the water was freezing cold. I remember I couldn't move at first, so I was very slow at swimming because I was petrified with the cold, and my I couldn't breathe. I was struggling to get any air in my lungs just because it was so cold. So then I was overtaken by a lot of people in that first swim. Eventually, I managed to start moving and then finish the first lap of swimming. Then I got out of the water and my feet were completely numb. So I will say the whole race I did it with numb toes. So I couldn't feel anything on my toes, and I was basically I don't know how I didn't fall down because it was overall the whole time, and I was just like looking where I would step and just like trusting that I will step on there with my foot, but the feet didn't give me any feedback of the ground, so it was a really weird feeling. And then we were running on the sand for a while, and then we had to go upstairs, and by that time I was really really tired from the swim and from the running on sand, so I was so done, and it was just the beginning. And then we had to go upstairs, and everyone were just walking, like we were so tired that we had to walk. So then I realized how unfit I am, and of course in my city it's very flat, so I haven't done any jogging on the hills. So then you realize that it makes a huge difference. So definitely more training there will be nice. Um, anyway, so then after I managed to get to the top, everything went relatively smoother. So I could just like do most of the running laps, and then eventually we got back to the water.
Sehr gut, weiter
And
so.
this is when I realized the importance of warming up. Because the second time I got inside the water, I was so warm from the jogging, like I was boiling from the effort of jogging, that it was super refreshing to get inside the water. It was so welcome, and I enjoy it. And then I thought, okay, if I had done the warming up, then I wouldn't have been frozen the first time that I got in the water. I could just do the swimming. So in this second swimming and also in the third swimming, I was way faster, so I could really. I'm not the fastest swimmer. I don't do crawl. I was doing only frontal and dolphin. So I'm not a fast swimmer, but at least I could show my skill and all my training. While in the first swim, I was just frozen and petrified. Um, so yeah, the last swimming was also good. I managed to overtake, I think, two more girls, and then I got out on the bridge and finished the race. And I got fifth place of all the women in the race. So I was very surprised, given that I was sick and all my awful beginning of the race. Um, yeah, it was great. I am so happy. I finished it, and I'm just happy. It was amazing. It was the best feeling to be crossing the finish line and knowing that I am able to do this kind of race. It was, wow, yeah, it's indescribable. I've never had that feeling before. So it was amazing. I love it. It was painful. It was painful, but I loved it. After finishing, they were offering gummies and some fruits, and I was so hungry that I just wanted to have those gummy bears, and they were the most tasty thing ever, like a bit acidic but also sweet and refreshing. But my whole body was super numb because of the cold water. So when I was biting the gummy, I basically couldn't feel anything in my lips or my tongue, so I bit myself the whole time. Like the whole time I was eating the gummy, I was also eating my lips. Uh, because I didn't have any feeling, and I just couldn't stop. I just had to keep eating the gummy bears because I was so hungry, and I have never bitten myself so badly in the lips before. Well, anyways, my toes, I only started to recover feeling once we were on the car. I put the heating to the maximum. And yeah, only then I recovered the sensation in my toes. Um, yeah, but it was done. So, will I do it again? Definitely. I love it. Even though it was painful, I love it. And I will go again and I will try to do better. Will I do it too often? No. It's a very expensive event, at least for me. Um, Different people have different reasons for doing these kind of races. My reason was just to see if I could do it and to test myself and to see how I stand among other people. So kind of a healthy comparison because I started training for these kind of things. I have never done before, so I wanted to know how I'm just doing and how other people are doing. um, so for this reason, I will do it like once a year or something. I will keep training by myself and only race now and then to see where I'm standing at. But as a matter of training, I would just do it at my place by myself because it's cheaper and it's more convenient. Also, and there are races all across Europe. I think also in the US. So you could also do it as a matter of tourism to go and see other countries and see other places. But in my case, I wouldn't do it like this. I do it just for training and for my fitness. So I will just train at home and probably just do like a local race like this one. And that's it, guys. Challenge completed. So thank you so much for watching and for joining me during this super exciting way. Uh, and I will see you in the next race. And if you are also doing swim run, and let me know what has been your experience while you're doing this. How, if you have any tips, I'm super happy to hear. So see you in the next one.